I'm on a quest to find the best Division I college basketball experience in the state of Massachusetts, so I found myself back in North Andover to watch the Merrimack College Warriors take on the St. Francis Red Flash at the Lawler Rink. This was a stadium I was supposed to go to back in December, but the Warriors decided to make that game free for the community, so we got comped and upgraded to courtside seats for absolutely no additional charge. So shout out Merrimack College for doing that pretty cool thing. The parking hasn't changed in the last 2 weeks. There's plenty of parking around the campus, but none of it is necessarily parking I would attribute to the stadium itself. So you have to walk a little bit to get there, but it's still going to get a 7. With that being said, the campus vibes also haven't changed, but I am going to make a first ever addendum to a previous ranking, and I'm going to upgrade Merrimack's campus vibes to an 8. It's a very nice and modern campus, and having now been to a school like UMass, I can safely say that Merrimack would get an 8. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to Holy Cross, and it's kind of similar to UMass in other regards. It's just way smaller than both of those schools. Lawler has a beautiful yet pretty limited lobby. It was one that was designed with the intent of being a multi-purpose room. It has a fantastic team store off to the side and some very nice modern bathrooms, but all the trophies are on the other end over by Hamel Court. So when you walk into Lawler Arena, you won't immediately recognize that this is a Division I hockey rink. It feels strangely empty in this area, which is why I think that they could actually greatly benefit by putting in something like the Jersey history wall that UMass Lowell had over at Tsongas Arena. So the facilities are going to get a 7. While not the largest stadium we've ever seen, it still fit more than half of the human body in it, which is something I feel is important, especially for a smaller school. They had a great Jumbotron, but it was only off to the side, and there were only 2 places where you could check the score, one being over there, and the other being behind us in the corner where we walked in. So if you're sitting on the side that I'm sitting on, your only option to check the score is to look off to that side. From where I was sitting, it was kind of inconvenient. If you were sitting in the normal seats, I could see it not being that big of an issue. The stadium itself is going to get a 7 out of 10. You can't forget about that Hockey East lighting, baby! Woo! 7 out of 10! My mom pointed out to me that the Merrimack jerseys don't come to a point on their collar. They actually come to a flat. Most jerseys come to a wishbone, a circle, or a point, but these ones just kind of don't do that. It was weird, and once I noticed it, I couldn't stop staring at it. St. Francis's red with the cursive was kind of cool. 6 out of 10 jerseys. This place was going absolutely nuts. Every play, foul, and misfoul, of which there were many, got the crowd roaring. For a Thursday night game against one of the bottom teams in the conference, this was a fantastic turnout. The atmosphere is going to get a 10 out of 10. It was just as good as Mullins. I thought that there was no way that UMass's atmosphere could be topped, but the one thing that UMass was missing was that they didn't have a student section. And oh boy, did Merrimack show out. First of all, the entire football team showed up and was harassing the opposing team the whole game. It was so funny to watch. They had a cheer and a dance team, the band, and they had a rock band as a part of it that played rock songs. They were so good, they didn't even really use the in-stadium DJ for the entire game. This was the wildest environment we've been in so far. So it's gonna get a 10 out of 10 for the student section. When I was here back in December, I did sit in the normal seats. They were, normal. They were new. They had average sight lines. 7 out of 10. The concessions were still expensive on this side of the building, but they did have a sign this time detailing the prices, and they also clearly state that they do have the option to get gluten-free hot dog buns, which I thought was pretty cool because I haven't really seen much of that this season. So their concessions, despite being expensive, are still going to get a 7. Samba Diallo led the way for the Warriors with 14 points and 6 rebounds on senior night, as Eli Wilborn's 16 and 5 rebounds would not be enough to grab a win for the Red Flash, as Merrimack wins 71-60. All in all, Lawler Arena is going to get a 76 out of 100. We only have one stadium to go, so stay tuned for the conclusion to this series soon. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos on my channel, and I'll see you next time.